Hey everybody, welcome back to Software Gore, brought to you by our sponsor, the like button, which you should bug test by clicking or tapping it to make sure it's working properly. You know, it's pretty important. Let's start off with number 19. This is why I only use 7s, 8s, and 9s for my passcodes, because of the age-old joke, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7's, I don't know, like a bigger number or something like that. I mean, if it's a long enough passcode, you could make it secure only having 3 digits to choose from, like if it's 20 characters long or something, right? That's 3 to the 20th power. Pretty secure, especially if it's on a physical device that you have like 10 tries before it locks you out forever, wipes everything, and then you hand it back to your friend, and your friend's like, did you just destroy my phone? Why did you do that? I would have just unlocked it for you. Now I can't even get into my phone. Why'd you do that? That's really not cool. Why'd you grief me? Okay. POV, you download game from an ad. You know, I appreciate this. I've been indecisive before in character selection screens. Sometimes I just hope that you can get all the characters rolled into one. Why do you think that my Minecraft skin is Revenge and Fallen Kingdom put together? Because how do I choose between the two? How do you choose between the different characters? Sometimes you just can't. It's really difficult. There's so many positive benefits of each one, and I just want them all combined. All of the strengths and all the weaknesses. Holding a machete like a gun. Oh, you know what? I had a hard time spotting this. It's like, that's normal. That's a gun. That's not a gun. It kind of looks like it could be a futuristic Halo gun or something like that. Is this the Call of Duty Battle Royale? Warzone? Oh God, I'm so out of the loop. My roots were Call of Duty on YouTube, and now I haven't touched it in ages. I'm sorry, Call of Duty. I owe a lot to starting on you, and now I just don't even know. I don't even know if you've added a new patch so that people can shoot their machetes out, but imagine a machete shooting other machetes at people. What a weapon that would be. Insane. Maybe I need to go back and play if you can do that. Left the PC on overnight for an automatic update. Return to this. Is this what happens if you lose power to your PC as it's performing an update? Because I've always been really worried about that, you know? When it's on the update screen, it says, please do not turn off PC, and I'm like, but what happens if the power goes out? Do I need to call up the power company and be like, hey guys, you just make sure really quick the power doesn't go out at my address? I'm doing an update on my PC. They tell me it's important that the power doesn't go out, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, definitely, we'll make a note of that one. Flip power off specifically to his address. Yeah, my PC just, every now and again, including this morning when I got to it, it'll be on the lock screen, and I'll be like, I didn't restart. Did my power go out overnight, or were you just like, no, it's time to do an update? I'm like, oh, cool. It's not like I was working on anything that I probably should have saved beforehand, but I have a temporary Photoshop document where I just dump screenshots that I then put into the actual thumbnails themselves. And because it's a bunch of layers of just a bunch of screenshots, I don't save it. And so I lose that. And then it's really annoying. Yes, I realize I should come up with a different system, but I don't wanna. Dang, the content on Instagram is getting pretty stale. You know what? True. It's all about TikTok now, okay? Hashtag Jardon to 1 mil on Insta 2021 is not happening. It just keeps going down. But Jardon to 1 mil on TikTok 2022, you know what? It's in full swing. I just have to dress as a cat made more. All right? See, Instagram, it's just the same post over and over and over and over, literally. But then you can go to TikTok/RealCaptainSparkles, and you can help him get more followers. I got like 100,000 followers in like a day and a half. What? What? From dancing as a cat maid. And it got a 1.5 million views in like a day and a half. Oh my God. What? From having 170,000 followers, and it just, TikTok algorithms love him. Why? YouTube doesn't, but TikTok does. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's not even a meme. Captain Sparkles 1 mil on TikTok before Instagram. It didn't. Installation succeeded. It's just telling you the future, right? It's getting optimistic. So you just believe it. It's taking a while, but it wants to reassure you that everything is fine, even though it's been sitting at 57% for like the past 2 hours. Exceptional done to demonetization. Guess I don't get my pack. Emoji face. Not enough room. This pack needs 1 free slots from your inventory. You have 1 available. Well, you see, here's the thing. You need a 1 slots plural. It's a special 1 slots. It would say 1 slot if you had enough, but this is a different magical. It's like an imaginary number. It's 1 slots plural, but you only have 1 slot. You need an extra S in there. Sorry. A man and a woman. Translate the sentence. A man and a woman. You have an extra space. Actually, this was meant to be at the end of a prayer. A man and a woman. We're just doing both sides. Sorry. I mean, you know, pronunciation doesn't necessarily, when I say the words out loud, you don't get a space bar there, okay? Just type the letters out. Why do we have a character on the keyboard for blank space? I don't talk with blank space in between my words. Get rid of the space bar, it's ridiculous. Playing Sonic Unleashed and the floor decided not to work. It just does not matter. Well, he's right. I guess the floor doesn't matter. When you can fly in the air and levitate things all around you, the floor is actually, it's pretty irrelevant. If you could fly, why would you ever land? You could just observe beautiful views. And all you would have to do is you could just, film yourself doing vlogs, flying over places. Guarantee you'd get a lot of views. And not just on YouTube, on TikTok as well. Instagram, it might not treat you well, but YouTube might even like that content. People might even watch it, and the algorithms might even decide to spread it out to more people if you can actually fly. It'd be like cheat codes to basically everything if you could fly, honestly. Dolphin Zombie is doing stuff with duck instead of eating my brain. Interesting. I haven't actually played Plants vs. Zombies before, but that's a dolphin? Because that doesn't look a lot like a dolphin to me, but I'm probably missing something having not played the game. I mean, this seems good for you though, right? If he was, I assumed he's trying to like work his way to your door, and then if he gets inside, then you're in trouble. But instead, he's too preoccupied with the rubber ducky. I mean, rubber ducky, they're pretty cool, so I can understand. Why not? They squeak. Photoshop is a small boy. It's just itty bitty little thing right there. Yeah, that's cute. At least you can still kind of tell, right? It's like pretty clearly Photoshop from far away that you don't even realize the text is like occupying 2 pixels. You can still see that it's Photoshop. Your brain can like autofill it. It's like when you think about old video games that you played 20 years ago, if you were around to play video games 20 years ago, then you imagine it in your head as being like super duper high res and good looking, and then you look at old screenshots and you're like, oh. Also though, this is totally unrelated, but speaking of that effect though, I saw a comparison screenshot recently between an old game on a CRT TV and an old game that's being played on like a newer LED TV, and it actually it looks a lot better on the CRT TV because of it being lower resolution the way it displays. So it actually looks nicer versus if you look at it on the new, modern flat screens and stuff. So I found that very interesting, and that might contribute to why you remember old games looking better. Anyway, totally unrelated. Not very fun indeed. Not very fun. Not very fun. Not very fun turn cards for. Not very fun turn cards for you. This is a learning English broadcast. They're just repeating the words and then adding new ones slowly so that you get used to the sentence that is definitely correct. Not very fun turn cards for. A phrase I've had to say many times in English speaking times in my life. Where is my start button? I opened 30 plus Explorer windows and this happened. Well, it's gone. At least you have the thing on your keyboard, right? You can click the button there and then it should bring up the window. You know what's really frustrating is, oh God, so many things with the taskbar are frustrating as frick. None of them are significant enough to share on Software, and they get to be the tag that's exceptional done to demonetization from too many people having posted this before. But sometimes, because I use my taskbar on hidden, I like the extra screen space. And sometimes you go down there and it doesn't actually pop up, right? because it's hidden behind whatever the current window is. It's like the current window takes priority over the taskbar when it's not supposed to. The taskbar is supposed to show up over anything else that would potentially be in that real estate when you go down to unhide it. Super annoying there. But also then sometimes it'll get stuck in the up position because some app like needs, I don't know, updating or something, but you don't know which. It hasn't highlighted it properly, so it's just stuck there. And then, anyway, there's some annoying stuff with it. Why don't you just work? Why don't you just hide and then you show up over any window that could be in front of it when I need you? Why are you finicky? I don't understand. Silly taskbar. Photoshop does not allow you to close itself. Could not complete your request because of a program error. Well, it seems like a job for Task Manager, if I'm being honest. We've got options here. Task Manager was made for this situation. It's ready to jump in and save you. You making a cool gold like Discord avatar thing? I don't know, like put it under your Twitch stream or something like that. Be like, click through here to my Discord server, but you fancified it a little bit, which I appreciate. Rather than just like using the stock Discord icon for go to my Discord server, it's like a gold one. On brand and fancy. I pay $29 a month for this. Good job, Adobe. Wow, we really going hard on Adobe this month. What happened? The image truly is eternal. Is this another stream graphic, bro? We got people posting their stuff on software who are making stream graphics and things like that. This is so relatable. I've made stream graphics too. I've never had my eternal become eternal before, or I've been unable to close Photoshop. Usually it's my PC has just restarted and closed Photoshop when I don't want it to. But aside from that, yeah, I don't, and also like where are the borders of the project? Like this isn't actually in a project file window. It's just like floating on top of Photoshop. Are we sure it's Photoshop and not like OBS screen capture or something like that? I don't know what's going on there, but okay. My sim slept while carrying a plate. Those midnight snacks, they hit hard sometimes. Just sleepwalk. Go grab a midnight snack out of the fridge, gobble it up. I don't feel like going back into the kitchen. I'm just gonna sleep now with this. It'll be great. Yep, this is fine. Honestly, really impressive though if you can maintain the balance and hold the thing in your hand while you're sleeping. Bravo, dude. That's a workout. You'd wake up with a very sore arm afterwards. My BIOS doesn't like my new stick of RAM, or it is the other way. Oh. Oh. Huh. That's, wow. You know, something like that inside the BIOS of a PC would scare me a little bit. I'm already scared enough ever having to access the BIOS for anything and haven't had to for a very long time. If I got in and it looked like that, I'd be like, oh, well, everything is fricked. Isn't this wonderful? It just made a game. You got it. It's just scratch off. You know? You might win the lottery when you scratch it off, or when you scratch it off, you get to reveal just how destroyed your PC is. Awfully specific. You were at 35 point, very many numbers, battery life. You know, this seems unnecessary mostly because I don't think the battery really ever knows how much battery life it has. Why do batteries always start off like going down really, really slowly at first? It's like 100 to 80% is about half the battery life. And then 80% to 0% is about the other half. Why can't batteries just know that when the battery monitor is calibrated and then they just adjust for it? Wouldn't that be easier? Also, one of my cars has its gas tank is like that. It's like half the gas tank is it doesn't move from full, and then the other half it goes all the way down from full to zero. I think it's because there's an extended range gas tank in the car. So it's like 50% more capacity. But it's like they didn't change the sensor because that's more expense. Why calibrate the sensor? We'll just drop in a larger gas tank. Cheaper that way. And I think that's why, but it's like, it just stays full forever. You're like, does it even use gas? And then all of a sudden it really starts to go down about halfway through. And the top for the last month, I think Windows 11 is trying to say Teams is running. Oh no, that's a lot of right-click closes right there. Or do you just never actually canceled out of any of your calls? It's like the host ends the call or something, but unless you X out yourself, it keeps it running. These are all the calls that you have had to do over the course of the crown, and you didn't realize they were still running in the back of your computer and you haven't restarted your computer. RIP. I actually just today, I finally cleared up the boot list on my PC. I should have done it ages ago, but the amount of stuff that would show up in that control panel area that I have to X out every time that I boot up my PC, and I just did it every time rather than just clearing the boot list. I don't know why. I'm lazy. But that's extreme. That's it for the last month of Software Gore. Make sure to, again, bug test the like button, make sure it's working, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit the bell, check the playlist for more Software Gore. Check the end screens if you want to just jump to the last Software Gore, and that's pretty much it. Okay, I'll see you next time.